So guys, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So hi, we are welcoming here all the students and faculty members from PLM University Manila, WBS University Philippines, Sanjeevani Institution Group from Maharashtra, as well as West Visayas State University and other institutions across the globe. So we are welcoming on this platform provided by True Valley Technology Private Limited, Gurugram, India. We are pioneer in edutech and career development. We are providing support for psychometric assessment as well as intervention, digital marketing, sales, and all the other aspects. Additionally, we are involved into student and industry training with our various different brands. So today's webinar is under the banner of trueintern.com. Hereby, I want to welcome and introduce our eminent speaker, Dr. Nikhil Batankar sir. He is an Associate Dean and PG Coordinator in Cyber Security at Sanjeevani Institute of Technology, Sanjeevani Institute of Group. Additionally, I am welcoming Dr. Yogesh S. Deshmukh from Sanjeevani Institute, which is from Pune University. Both have more than 12 years of experience in teaching and IT and published many international papers and books in the field of cybersecurity, web development, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. So now I'm going to invite our very first speaker on the screen, Dr. Nikhil Patankar sir. Sir, if you can hear me, you can
Yes,
come on a screen
yes, sir.
too. Thank you so much, sir, for joining this session. And now I'm inviting you to conduct all this session, sir. Thank you so much. In this meantime, I'm requesting everyone, if you are at quiet and comfortable place, then you can open up your camera so we can make this session interactive. And also, I'm inviting Nikhil sir. Sir, can you hear me?
I'm audible, sir, here to present ourselves
Yes, sir.
for. So I'm audible clearly now.
Yes, sir. You are audible.
The topic Internet of Things and Web Development. So I'm working as an Associate Dean and Teaching Coordinator in course for Internet of Things and Web Development, educating to you on the topic Internet of Things. I'm teaching Internet of Things from last 7 years. I've also completed my PhD in Internet of Things. With me, I have Dr. Yogesh Deshmukh. He is working in Sanjeevani College of Engineering since last 15 years. He has a very broad expect and experience on the topic web development, and he has totally developed 10 projects using web development in various areas. So one of that is like bus pass system, one is stationery store, data warehousing system, one is developing very much good quality websites which are hosted online on the dynamic hosting. So like this, in our internship, we are going to have a very real-time experience teaching to what exactly students are more motivated to, what learning they will be beneficial after this, and it will be helping a lot to all the students. So before wasting our time, I'll request Dr. Yogesh Deshmukh to continue the first part of the session on the topic web development. So I request Dr. Yogesh Deshmukh sir to kindly share his screen.
Yes. Uh, Good afternoon, all of you. I hope I am clearly audible.
Yes, sir. You are.
Yeah. So good afternoon once again, all of you. I am Dr. Yogesh Deshmukh, working as an assistant professor in Department of Information Technology, Sanjeevani College of Engineering, Kopargaon. Having total, as Nikhil sir has already mentioned about the experience and expertise and all those things. So without wasting more time, let me focus, let me directly start with the presentation. So let me share my screen. I hope the screen is visible. Yes, you can kindly acknowledge me whether my screen is perfectly visible or not.
Yes, sir. You are visible. Your screen is visible.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you. So today's topic for the presentation for this webinar is web development. So dear student, when we talk about the web development or when we talk about the development of a website, so actually it's a fun. To design a website is a fun. And that fun, actually how we need to incorporate in ourselves, that is very much important. So when we talk about the web development or website development, there are few important things which we need to understand as far as website development is concerned. So the first thing is nothing but internet. Second is the CSS. If you look at this diagram, which is there in my first slide, so which text or which tells about the development of website, okay, which consists of internet, a CSS, that is cascade style sheet, a home page, okay, that is what we can say it as a main page, then media, what are the contents which you are uploading on your web page or on your web development. Then CMS stands for content management system, its usability and layout. So moving ahead with this particular presentation, let me discuss like what we will cover in this particular entire course. So the first thing is nothing but the basics of web development. Second thing, which is very important as far as web development is concerned, that is what are the different phases of website development. Third thing, without which it is impossible to develop the website, that means the languages which are used for the website development. That is what I have listed out a few languages or the basic languages. Along with this, there are so many languages. With the help of those languages, we can develop the website. But these are the basics, or the students, those who are starting from the scratch, those who don't have in-depth knowledge about the web development, those who are in the beginning of their web development, they need to understand HTML, that is hypertext markup language, then CSS, that is cascade style sheet, which is very much important because as all of you know that whenever the contractor construct the home, whenever the contractor construct the home with the help of bricks and cement, he construct the home. But once the construction is being completed, then the color, plaster, interior, all these things are required. So here you can compare like this. HTML is like a constructor who construct the home with the help of bricks and cement as well as steel and all those things. Whereas CSS is nothing but the plaster, CSS is nothing but the color, CSS is nothing but the interior design. So all this is nothing but the CSS. So when you develop a web page, when you develop a website, so you need to give look and feel to that particular website, and that is possible with the help of cascaded style sheet. Next is nothing but the JavaScript, which is very much important as far as the validation is concerned, because for every web development, every website design, every application, web application, there is a need of validation. And without validation, we cannot go for any web development, we cannot go for any website development. So validation is important, and that validation is possible only with the help of JavaScript. That comes under the language which is required for the website development. The next thing is nothing but the PHP, that is hypertext preprocessor, as it is a server-side scripting language. So PHP is widely used because of its features. What are the features of PHP that we will discuss in detail? Okay, why PHP? Why not other scripting languages? Why only we need to consider only PHP for the development of web page? Because there are a lot of advantages of PHP which we will discuss in detail. Okay, but here we will focus on hypertext preprocessor, because nowadays in industry, in IT industry, a lot of companies are preferring PHP for the development of websites as well as for the development of other web applications. So that is about the overall course outline. Then next important thing is nothing but what is a website. When we talk about website, what is a website? Website is a collection of publicly accessible interlinked web pages that share a single domain name, that is www.amazon.com, www.facebook.com, www.twitter.com, etc., etc. This is basically a combination of multiple pages. Means there are different pages. When we talk about the website consists of multiple pages which are connected, which are interlinked together, which are connected to each other, which hold the information about your product. Maybe that particular website, let us say that Amazon. So Amazon is the website. Okay. So Flipkart is the website which holds the information about the products. Then different services like LIC, life insurance company is there. Then your State Bank of India online, that website is there. So likewise, there are n number of websites. Facebook website is there. Then which consist of what are the services which are offered, which are provided by that particular company. Then brand. So there are different brands, Apple, so Google. So for those particular different brands, there are websites which are available, even Oracle, then your what we can say, Apple, Google. For those also brands, there are websites which are available, okay, on the domain. Then website can be created and maintained by an individual group, by an individual, by a group, by a business or organization to serve a variety of purposes. Different purposes are there for the different websites. So those particular websites are maintained by an individual. So you as an individual, you can develop your own website. You can develop a website for your product. You can develop a website for your shop. You can develop a website for your business. At the same time, if it's a group, okay, and means group of industry, okay, group of institutions, group of industries. So for that also we can develop the website, or for any particular business or organization. Together, all publicly accessible websites constitute the world wide web. This is very important. Dear student, whenever you need to understand, whenever you need to learn the website development, the first of all, you need to understand this architecture. And this architecture is nothing but the web architecture, where in this web architecture, there are two important tiers. First tier is nothing but the client side, and the other is nothing but the server side. So this is called as two-tier architecture. When we say two-tier architecture, in two-tier architecture, the first tier is nothing but the client side, whereas the second tier is nothing but the server side. So whenever we are developing a website, actually what is our main purpose to develop the website? So that users can, different users, they can view our products, they can see our information. So that is the main purpose. So for that particular purpose, so users are acting at the client side, whereas our website which is there at the server side. So through client side, user is typing, like if I am a user of Facebook website, what I usually do, if I am a user of Facebook website, what I usually do, I go to the internet cafe, or I just start my laptop, I just start my computer, I just open a browser, Firefox, Mozilla or Google Chrome, and internet connection is there for that my system, and I just type www.facebook.com and I hit on enter button. Immediately, by taking that particular request, it goes to the server side. Means through the browser, whatever I am typing, once it reaches to the server side, then it will find that facebook.com at the server side. And once it is established that proper connection, then it acknowledges the response, and then it sends that particular page, which page, login page of Facebook website, to the client. And after that, I am typing my username, I am typing my password, and again I am going to click on sign in button. Again request sent from client side to the server side. And once after the successful login, the home page will be there for Facebook. So that will be again given back by the server to the client side. So that architecture is important whenever you want to understand the development of, or how to develop the website. That's why it's very easy, it's very interactive, it's very interesting. That's why in the initial slide itself I have mentioned, design a website is a fun. Anyone can develop, anyone can design a website. Not necessarily only an engineer can develop the website. anyone who is having a basic knowledge of this client server architecture, who is having a basic knowledge of HTML, CSS, PHP, JavaScript, can develop the web application for individual product, for the individual shop, or a group of products, or group of companies, or group of institutions. Likewise, when we talk about the web application, the important things are client. As already I mentioned, at client side there is a browser. At client side there is a browser. At server side there is a web server. So client submits request. Client submits request to whom? To the server. Server processes client's request. So whenever client sends a request to the server, server process that particular client request. Now, what do you mean by processing the client request? Whenever there is a request from the client to the server, what server will do? Server will check from which client that particular request is there. What is the purpose of that particular request? What he want actually as a response, what he want. So that particular response is being prepared by the server, and then server respond that particular response to the client. So again, client process and display that particular server response. It's very simple. This is client, this is server. When client sends request to the server, that means I am a client, I type www.facebook.com. This is my request. That when I hit on enter button, this request goes to the server. Once it reaches to the server, what server will do? Server will process that client request. Means what? Processing of client request means it will find in the domain where is that Facebook server is available. If it is available, then connect to that particular Facebook server, find its home page, and that particular home page means that is what generation of response, and that particular response is again sent back to whom? To the client. That is what server response. And again, client process and display that particular server's response. Next, what happens at the client side? Client takes the data and renders it on screen. So whenever server sends a record, whenever server sends a response, whenever server sends a data to the client, then client takes that data, renders it, it displays it on the screen. Provide user interface, okay, around the data, and can send data to the server. What are the examples? Means what are the tools which we can use at the client side? The tools or the softwares or the browsers which we can use at the client side are nothing but Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Firefox, Safari. These are the various browsers. Through that browsers, it is possible for me to interact with the server. Dear student, listen carefully. Here is a client, here is a server. Now client can communicate with the server, but how client can communicate with the server? Client can only communicate with the server with the help of browser. Without browser, it is not possible for the client to interact with the server. So the priority or the basic thing or prerequisite at the client side is that client must have Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Firefox, or Safari at the client side. Only with the help of that medium, client can communicate with the server. Then at server side, what is the roles and responsibilities of the server? What happens at the server side? So whenever client sends a request to the server processes that request. It generates the result to the client. Okay, it generates the result, it processes the request, it prepares the response, and it generates the result, and that result will be sent back to the client. All server side returns results in HTML. Obviously, server side return results should be in a HTML, that is hypertext markup language. Then server side, which technologies are there? That is what next slide, which is very important, that we need to understand that what are the different types of technology. One is called as client side technology, and the other is called as the server side technology. So here server side, PHP and ASP.NET, these are the technologies which are working at the server side. Now, the important thing, the basic here is nothing but the www. Actually, when we talk about the web development, there is a close relation between web development and www, because all websites you can find on www. What is www? www stands for World Wide Web. It is the largest source of information. A huge amount of data is available on the web, that is with the help of World Wide Web, where documents and other web resources are identified by Uniform Resource Locator, URL is required. Because whenever we open the browser, we used to type www.facebook.com. So that is what the URL, which URL you are attaching, you are passing along with the www, which may be interlinked by hypertext and are accessible over the internet. The World Wide Web was originally designed in 1991 by Tim Berners-Lee while he was a contractor at European Organization for Nuclear Research. So just remember, dear student, www, what is www? It's a World Wide Web. Actually, it is commonly known as a web, and a huge amount of data, huge amount of information is available on the web. It is the largest source of information. Everything, every information, each and every information is available on the www. Okay, so whenever we need to serve any website, anything, Google, whenever you want Wikipedia or any information, any books, textbooks, whatever you want, you can access that particular information with the help of www. Benefits of, what are the benefits of website development? This is what, so far whatever we have learned, so far whatever we have discussed is about the background which is required for the web development. Client server architecture, client side, server side, www, all these concepts we have learned because this is the backbone of what? Web development. Without this backbone, it is impossible to develop the web page, to develop the websites, because foundation is required. Whenever we are building any home, so first of all, we need to take first of all foundation. Okay, because we need to invest more time on foundation. If your foundation is clear, then only on that foundation you can develop, you can build a building. Similarly, if your concepts are clear, which concepts? Client technology, client side, client server architecture, www, then on that you can easily develop, you can easily build the website, you can easily develop or design the web application or website. What are the benefits of website development? It gives an overview of the business activity and people which are associated with it. It helps in promoting advertisement. You can promote your product, you can promote your business, you can promote your whatever the products which are there from your company, from your industry in less expensive manner as compared to traditional media. This is one of the important way of advertisement website. So each and every individual nowadays each and every individual needs a website. You can see a kirana shop, you can see a medical shop, you can see any other shop. Okay, so they need a promotion, and for their promotion they need a web development, they need a website. It is easily accessible, that particular website is easily accessible 24/7. It will never get stopped, it will never get down. Okay, okay, at midnight also, if you wake up and if you type www.facebook.com, you can see the homepage of Facebook. Okay, at like late midnight, if you wake up and if you open twitter.com, it is available. Okay, and it increases the availability to the widest possible audience. It helps in creating uniqueness and attracting more visitors. So if more visitors means more potential leads. Okay, because when we say that the Facebook is more popular, why? Because more number of visitors are attracted towards the Facebook. When we say that the Twitter is more popular, whenever more people, more visitors will attracted towards the Twitter. So more visitor towards the Facebook. I have developed a website for restaurant, and there are different items are available, eating items are available in that particular restaurant. And suppose in festival period like Diwali or Navratri, in a festival period, a new item which I need to launch. So that new item you can launch by updating it on your website. So it's very easy to update that particular items on your website on timely basis. It helps in creating site visit records and further is easy to communicate with the customers. It is very easy to communicate with the customers online through sending emails or SMS. Through websites, you can send the emails, you can send the SMS to the customers which are in contact with you, which are your valuable customers, or which are your valuable customers. To them or to those particular customers, you can send the emails, you can send the SMS through your websites. Having a website will be more convenient for your customers and leads. These are the benefits of website development. Here are the few tips for effective websites. Which website? Actually, there are some signs. There are some signs of good website and bad website. Yes, in the market, there are some bad websites also, but the visitors, okay, the visitor count of those particular websites is very less as compared to good website. For good websites, more number of visitors will be attracted towards those websites because there are some criterias, there are some properties of those particular good websites or effective websites, or there are some tips for the effective websites. What are those tips? First thing, have clear navigation. Navigation should be clear. What do you mean by navigation? You might have heard the word navigator. From that navigator word, the navigation is there. Navigation means like you have opened Facebook and you don't know. You have opened facebook.com and you don't know how to log in. Where is the login button? Where is the home page? After successful login in a Facebook, you don't know how to search your friends. You don't know how to see latest post. You don't know how to wish your happy birthday to your friend. So that must be visible clearly. So proper navigation should be there. Like there is a home, there is about us, there is a gallery. Like institutional websites are there, or any other product-based websites are there. So there is a home page, there is a gallery page, there is a about us page. So that should be clear. That should be clear. Use call to action buttons. Okay, proper navigation should be there. Proper button should be there, where submit button, wherever it is required, login button, sign out button, home button. So likewise, those buttons should be there. Make sure your site is loading quickly. Now, you have entered, means you have opened your mobile and you have opened the browser, and in that browser, you have typed www.facebook.com or facebook.com. And you are waiting from last 30 seconds, from last 60 seconds, from 1.5 minutes, you are waiting. Still that facebook.com is not loading properly on your mobile phone. Then what is the use of such websites? There is no use. Though you are having good internet connection. You are having good internet connection. Your mobile is 5G. And to open the facebook.com, it took near about 1.5 minutes, 90 seconds. Then such websites are not useful. These are the signs of bad website. So make sure that your site is loading quickly. Within the fraction of second, your site will get loaded quickly. Fine. Keep it minimal, not maximal. Okay. So these are some of the tips for the effective website. And the one who is a website developer, must follow all those tips for the development of effective websites. These are the phases of website development. When we say to develop the website, there are different phases, and we need to undergo each and every phase of that particular website development. Totally, in all, there are total 6 phases of website development. The first phase of website development is nothing but information gathering, where we need to collect the information. For example, at my place, okay, at my taluka place, or in my near to my house, there is one shop, medical shop, okay, and he want to develop a website for his medical shop. So what I need to do, I need to first of all go to that particular, I need to first of all meet to the owner of that particular medical shop. I need to collect the information that what is your requirement, for what purpose you want to develop a website. So I will collect all these information from that medical shop owner. That comes under the phase one, information gathering. Second phase is nothing but the planning. I need to do some plan. I need to chalk out the plan on paper, that how that particular website should be look like, what are the requirements, what are the functional requirement, what are the non-functional requirement. So that care I need to take in planning phase. That is second phase of website development. Third phase of website development is nothing but the design. Design in the sense I need to prepare a blueprint. I need to prepare a blueprint. I need to prepare a plan. I need to prepare a design of that particular website, how it looks like. Okay, how many pages will be there in that website? How many pages will be there? What will be the first page? What will be the second page? How I can link first page with the second page with the third page. In all, total all, how many pages will be there? Where I can add photos, where I can add textual information, where I can add product information. All those things comes under the design phase. Then the fourth phase is nothing but the development, actual development, actual knowledge of PHP, actual knowledge of HTML, actual knowledge of JavaScript, actual knowledge of CSS is required here in phase number 4. That is development. So that I need to start the development of website using HTML. Okay, at client side, I'll use HTML, CSS, JavaScript at the client side. I'll use CSS. I'll use MySQL if database is required. If I need to store something into that server side, then I need a database. So that is required. PHP knowledge is required. MySQL knowledge is required. HTML, hypertext markup language is required. JavaScript, then your CSS, Cascade style sheet. Okay, with the help of all those languages, as per the design part, I will complete the development process. Once after the successful completion of the development, I will go to phase 5. For what? For testing it. Whatever the website I have developed and designed, whether it is working properly, whether it is working as per the requirement of client, means whether client is satisfied with the development, with the website which I have developed. If yes, if client says yes, whatever you have designed, whatever you have developed is correct, okay, or he will suggest some modifications, he will give some suggestions. What kind of suggestions he will give? Oh, you need to add my locations also, Google Map location also. So again, you need to come to your development phase. You need to add the Google Map location, and again you need to send that to the client. Client means whoever is the owner of that particular medical shop. Then once client says that yes, I do agree, means whatever you have designed is I am satisfied with your design, then you need to deploy it. How you can deploy it? To deploy the website, two important things are required. The first thing is nothing but the hosting, and second thing is nothing but the domain. Without hosting and without domain, it is not at all possible. It is not at all possible to to deploy the website. First thing is nothing but the hosting, and second thing is nothing but the domain. So you need to purchase the domain, you need a hosting, and you are having that particular code, then you can deploy that particular code into that particular hosting and domain. And the last phase is nothing but the maintenance. Like inside the maintenance phase, you need to maintain whatever the modifications are there. So all those particular modifications you can do in a maintenance phase. So this is what all about the phases of website development. Then the last point is nothing but languages. As already I have discussed with you, these are the various languages like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and PHP, which are very much popular, which are widely used languages. Okay, so these languages are very much important to develop the website or to develop any web application. So these are the languages for the development of website. So that's it. Like this is what the scenario overview of the course, okay, in which we will learn how to develop a website. And as already I mentioned with you that to design a website is literally a fun. So we all will enjoy how to develop, okay, the website with fun. So thank you organizers for thank you all of you for giving me an opportunity to share my knowledge, and thank you all the audience for patiently listening. And if you are having any doubt, please audience, please feel free to ask your doubts. Over to you, organizers. Over to you.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir, for such a wonderful session, for such a wonderful guidance for all of us. Additionally, your doubts and your questions and queries are welcome here. If you have any kind of doubt, if you have any kind of query, problems, whatever you have, you can ask.
If anything as part of questions, you can post it in the chat also.
Or otherwise, Dr. Nikhil sir, you can continue with the topic, and at the end, we'll ask
I
the
take
students.
the
Yeah,
questions. Yes.
yeah.
I'll
At the
share
end,
my
we'll ask the students that they can ask their queries or they can ask their questions. No doubt.
yes, yes. I'll share my screen. Am I clearly audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, Dr. Nikhil, you are clearly audible. I'll stop sharing so that you can share your screen. Yeah, now
Good
you can
afternoon
share
to
your
one
screen.
and all. So, as Dr. Deshmukh has clearly given you an overview of how web development can be done, what are the various languages, what is the process of web development, what care we should take by developing various websites, using which languages, what is the use of database. So everything is clearly being given to you in this particular first session of the introduction. So second expert session will be on the topic Internet of Things. So before going to Internet of Things, I'll first show you a short video. So is the audio clearly audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
The video audio is available, sir.
No, sir, video
No, video
audio.
audio is not available.
Okay, so you can see now in this you are controlling everything using mobile phones, the packagings, everything. You'll be controlling the EC, everything you are controlling by mobile phones. So you have seen in the initial videos how mobile phone plays an important role for connecting the devices.
Sir, your voice is fumbling.
So how you can connect different types of devices, sensors to the products. So like this is one of the example like how things work in Internet of Things, like considering a smart city. where sensors are sending the information to the microcontrollers like AC, what is the temperature, what is the condition of the AC, all will be stored to the cloud, and a central user will be communicating through cloud. He will be accessing the devices. So throughout the globe, if devices are available to internet, they can communicate like this. The future is IoT industry is very big. Day by day, the device capacity of devices are increasing, and future it will be millions of devices. So automatically it will be leading to successful increase of the revenue. There are many job opportunities also in case of IoT. So we have seen one of the example, a short video consisting of what exactly is Internet of Things. So Internet of Things is basically a network of physical objects or things embedded with electronics, software, sensors, and network connectivity, which enables this object to collect and exchange of data. So users today, are you all using mobile phones? You might be looking at some smart devices like you might be knowing what is a smartwatch. It measures all the necessary parameters of a user, like measuring the blood pressure, measuring the pulse rate, number of steps walked, and you can connect a device like your smartwatch to your mobile phone, and you can control, you can play music, you can answer to a call, etc. These are the features that are provided. So objects which are remotely sensed and controlled remotely across existing network infrastructure. So it is creating an opportunity for the direct integration between the physical world and the computer-based system, and resulting in improved efficiency, accuracy, and economic benefits. So today you might be knowing that what is a traditional way of interacting with the devices. So you might be having switches, you are having remotes, you are having various other devices which are controlled. But have you thought of like how you will be controlling all these devices by using a simple mobile phone, where you are using a mobile phone which has some internet connectivity, and through internet connectivity you can access the devices which are in your house. So it might be various things in the IoT sense, can refer to a wide variety of devices such as applications of IoTs like heart monitoring implants, biochip transponders on the farm animals, electric cars in the coastal waters, automobiles with built-in sensors, DNA analysis devices for environmental, food, pathology, monitoring, or field operation devices that assist firefighters in search and rescue operation. So these devices will be basically collecting the data, and the data will be available to the user. So user can connect to any particular devices, though the device is not present near to him or it is far away. But you can monitor that particular devices. For example, you have CCTV surveillance in the roadside areas, or you might be having a CCTV in your house. So today you might be knowing that various mobile phones has the capability to access the CCTV over Internet of Things. So internet is very much powerful today because all are connected to internet. So as day by day you will be knowing that, where in 2021 a survey was given by Cisco and Eruca, in which mobile PCs and people, these were connected and a part of Internet of Things was connected. So in future, everything will be connected to Internet of Things and people will be using smart devices. So how these exactly smart devices work? What is the ecosystem of IoT? So various users, your four-wheeler cars, your house, your refrigerators, industrial applications, etc., all will be having sensors. These sensors will be communicating with the network, the intermediate communication and processing devices. The network will be sending the data to the cloud. Cloud will be a central storage space where the data will be stored, and the data will be stored, which is in the form of visualization, presentation, and recommendation for future analytics to be done. For example, I have a patient who has some medical devices connected to him. I wanted to monitor a patient by sitting at a particular location. So what was your implementation as part of Internet of Things? You'll be connecting all wearable devices like blood pressure, like heart rate monitoring system, your glucose level, or your pulse sensor. Everything will be connected to a patient, and a doctor will be using Internet of Things device like a mobile phone or a tab or a desktop system, where he can monitor the patient history, the patient medical terms, the patient sensors which are connected to the patient, and sitting at a particular place. So communication becomes more faster. The need of Internet of Things is communication becomes more faster. So this is a simple ecosystem component of IoT, that is Internet of Things. Device manufacturers, sensors, actuators, and smart appliances. So sensor will be like temperature sensor, it might be humidity sensor, it might be LDR, that is light sensor, it might be a motion sensor. So you might be going in some of the malls or in some of the smart toilets where when you insert into the room or into the toilet place or a wash place, the lights automatically starts. So it is a sensor based technology. Whenever you will be working in some multinational companies, the ACs or the smart appliances will be changing its location or its implementation based on the temperature or based on the climatic conditions. So this is all automatic. So automatic things are happening because of sensors. Sensors is identifying various components, and based on sensor, the person will be monitored. The person will be providing to a surveillance. The person will be using smart devices for his easiness. A simple example, General Electric deploys sensor in its jet engine, turbines and wind farms. So by analyzing the data in real time, General Electric saves times and money associated with predictive maintenance. So as in the diagram you can see, this is a fan. It has some connectivity given to the fan. When this fan will be working, the connectivity through internet will be given to the cloud services. The cloud services, the application will be accessing the cloud. The cloud will be storing the data of the turbines, fans, and engines, and you can measure or you can monitor the system so that in future, whatever the maintenance will be coming, that is the predictive maintenance, you can avoid that particular predictive maintenance by using Internet of Things. So this is the broad research directions in Internet of Things. So hardware, RFID tags, network tags, NFC cards, sensors, then data processing will be like parallel processing. So today you will be knowing what is cloud for data processing of IoT devices, network, sensor-based networks, the network context awareness, network cognition, self-learning, self-repairing. For example, if temperature goes beyond 20 degrees Celsius, the fan should automatically start. So this is a self-learning, self-awareing network type of devices which today you will find in case of Internet of Things. So history of Internet of Things, the concept of Internet of Things first became popular in 1999 through the Auto ID Center in MIT, USA, and related market analysis publications. So radio frequency identification was seen as prerequisite for IoT. So all might be knowing what is FASTag. Whenever your car will travel to a highway, you'll be having a toll plaza. So car travels to the toll plaza, and when the car crosses the toll plaza, the amount is automatically deducted. So because your RFID cards, your FASTags are connected to the cars. So car is having a FASTag. It is identified by a unique RFID card. So that RFID card will be sending the data to the central server, and your central server where your bank account is connected, your bank account is linked with your RFID card, the amount will be automatically deducted. So previously, what was the traditional system? You need to go to the toll plaza system. You need to scan your car first. You need to pay the amount manually. There was the problem of time consuming. There was a problem of change. If you're giving the toll is 35 rupees, you used to give 50 rupees or 100 rupees. Change was one of the giving change, taking change, and that was a very delayed time, because of which system was very much traditional. So now system is very much fast. Like toll plazas today, you might be knowing, using FASTag, it has reduced the time of the user also and the system also. So things are working automatically. In that case, the payments are also made automatic. So besides using RFID, the tagging of these things may be achieved through such as technology near to field communication like barcodes, QR codes, Bluetooth, and digital watermarking. So you are going in various malls, shopping stores, etc., like DMart, Reliance Fresh, etc. All products which are into the category into this particular shopping malls, they have barcodes or QR codes. So you are making payments like using QR codes today. So devices are connected to each other using Internet of Things. You can make smart payments also. You can identify the devices. You can make usable to the devices in the malls and shopping stores also. So this is the importance of Internet of Things today and the application of Internet of Things. How Internet of Things works? So Internet of Things is not the result of a single novel technology. Instead, several complementary technical developments provide capabilities that taken together to help to bridge the gap between virtual and physical world. So communication and cooperation, addressability, identification, sensing, activation, embedded information processing, localization, and user interface. So communication and cooperation means devices are communicating with each other. Addressability means what? Internet of Things is not using IPv4, it is using IPv6. Your mobile phone also has IPv6 because IPv4 is having the address space of 2 raised to 32, only 32-bit addresses. But in case IPv6 uses IPv6, IoT uses IPv6 protocol, so that the address space is 2 raised to 124 times more than Internet of Things protocol version 4. Identification, like you are using RFID cards, barcodes for identification. Sensing means what? Temperature sensor is sensing temperature, light sensor is sensing the light, then motion sensor is sensing the motion. Activation, embedded information processing, localization, user interfaces. These are the traditional things which are made smarter. How it works: RFID, sensor, smart technology, nanotechnology. To identify and track the data, you require RFID. Once RFID is tracked, you require sensor to collect and process the data. So sensors are like microcontrollers like Arduino, Node MCU, ESP8266, Raspberry Pi. So Arduino is a microcontroller, Node MCU is a microcontroller which has inbuilt Wi-Fi, and you have your Raspberry Pi. That Raspberry Pi itself is a credit card size mini computer. So I'll take your 2 minutes time to show the exact devices that we have with us. So I'll start my camera. So you can see this. This is one of the Arduino microcontroller. So we take hands-on session on these microcontrollers where we connect this microcontroller to various sensors, and also we connect internet to this particular microcontroller. So this is Arduino Uno. Arduino Uno is a microcontroller, and this microcontroller is used for providing the sensing information and activation. So based on the activation, you will be able to control some of the devices like fans, tube lights, motion sensors, etc. So second one is your node MCU. That is, we have seen first what is Arduino. This is node MCU microcontroller. So you can see these are the physical devices that we are having in our hand. So you can see a silver color chip on this. So this is a silver color chip. So this is a Wi-Fi chip. So this same chip is in your mobile phone, because of which your mobile phone is now connected to internet. So like this, I can control the microcontroller using Internet of Things. I can connect internet to this. So for example, how to give internet? You can give internet using the hotspot ID and password of your mobile phone. So in the code, if I mention the hotspot ID and password of my code, and if I use function like wi-fi.connect and wi-fi.begin, your mobile will be connected to your Arduino. Your Arduino and Node MCU will be connected to your mobile internet. And through mobile internet, you can give some of the applications for implementation. The next powerful device is the most important. This is Raspberry Pi. So you can see it's a credit card size mini computer. I am holding a computer in my hand, in my fingers. It is a credit card size mini computer. So this is called as Raspberry Pi 3. So we use all these sensors to program the live demonstrations in our internship program. Also, I teach everything with respect to these microcontrollers, which will be live. So you can buy this online, you can buy it anywhere, and you can access this particular devices anywhere. I have a simple project which is used to sense the gas. Say this is like what we connect. So the first one is smoke sensor. This is smoke sensor. This is your humidity sensor, and this is your GPS location. So in a car, if I use this circuit, see, I have totally designed this circuit for a car where smoke can be detected, humidity in the car can be detected, and at the same time, the GPS location of the four-wheeler car will be tracked, and I can see it on my mobile phone. So though my car is parked anywhere, I can check it, I can use it, I can find it easy to compare my things in the very best way, where I can control all these things using Internet of Things. So this is what Internet of Things is. I'll go to the major part of the seminar. So like this, if you have a four-wheeler cars, so what I can use, if suppose parking is not available in this is a smart parking application. So you can see what is the problem. Nobody can understand where to park your four-wheeler car. So there is a proximity sensor. Proximity sensor is used to identify an obstacle. So what I will do on the ground, I will implant a proximity sensor. So whenever car will go on the proximity sensor, I'll get an alert that someone has parked the car. So what I'll do, I'll create a parking system application where these proximity sensors will be sensing the parking space whether it is available or not. If it is not available, it will show you on your mobile phone that the parking is available. If somebody has parked the car, it will show that already some have parked the car. So like this, I can develop very much applications of Internet of Things. So this is an application of efficient waste management in smart cities supported by sensing as a services. So you can see there are many garbages. So garbages will have sensors. So once the garbage is full, the truck will get an alert message, the location that in this location the garbage is full. So garbage truck will come at that particular position and it will collect that particular garbage. It will make it empty and again it will keep it at that particular place. So wherever you will find that garbage truck or garbage dustbins are full, you'll get an alert message to the garbage person. The person will go at that particular place and he will collect the garbage. Sensors even in the holy cow. So you'll be very much surprised how sensors will be to a holy cow. So suppose if you want to measure the temperature of the cow, if you want to measure the location of the cow, if you want to measure some environmental characteristics that a particular cow, suppose cows are in the cattle head. So if I want to measure the temperature of the cattle, if I want to measure the temperature, if I want to measure number of humidity in that particular cattle area, if I want to locate a particular cow, if I want to get some medical information like using some various sensors that I can place to a cow, and the cow will give that sensors will sense the value, and that value will I will store it on cloud, and I will access the cloud from any time, any place, anywhere. So because of this functionality, even animals can be traced, animals can be monitored. IoT application scenario, that is shopping. So first is when you entering the door, scanners will identify the tags on the code. So like automatic door will be opened, it will scan some tags on the code, it will tag or identify a particular user. Second, when shopping in the market, the goods will be introduced themselves. Suppose if you have any objects, any information that you want related to a product, the information can be achieved using the barcodes which are connected to the products. Then when you are paying something in the final position, then you will be moving the payment systems using credit cards, and you can use the QR code payments for smart payments. So whenever the reader will be moving, if you want to check some information related to a product, you can just scan the QR code of the product and you will get the information that when the product was packed, when the product was manufactured, when the product was, or it comes from which particular location, so that you will get the accountability of the goods that you are producing and you are purchasing in the malls. Then how do well I sleep? So even you, a fitness band, can you see a fitness band here? So now today you might be knowing what is a fitness band. So if I wear this fitness band, I'll be able to track my total history of my body, whether I'm sleeping or not, what is the blood pressure, what was the time when the blood pressure was high, what was the time when actually I was very, very much in stress. So even you can monitor the stress levels. So these are the applications that are developed using Internet of Things. Then we'll go to the major part. So these are the references. So in short, I'll show my second presentation that exactly what are the various devices that you can use using Internet of Things. So this is one of the book that I refer every time for Internet of Things, and I'll suggest everyone to use and refer. So basic building blocks of IoT device, exemplary device that is Raspberry Pi interfaces, programming Raspberry Pi with Python and other IoT devices. So what is Internet of Things? This we have seen in our previous session, but I'll give a short introduction to Internet of Things. So a thing in Internet can be any object that has unique identifier and which can send or receive data. For example, smartphone, smart TV, computer, refrigerator, car, etc. IoT device examples are a home automation, industrial machine, a car, wireless enabled wearable devices that we are wearing, like smart devices or wearable devices like fitness band or smartwatch, etc. These are all developed because of Internet of Things. So the basic building blocks of an IoT device is first sensing. Sensing means what? Sensors will be sensing the devices. Sensors will be sensing the environmental characteristics like pressure, motion, light, temperature, smoke, etc. Activation means what? Activation means, suppose if temperature sensor is value is 20 degrees Celsius. 20 degrees Celsius. If temperature is more than 20 degrees Celsius, the fan should automatically start. So this is activation. Activation means what? What is acting? So fan is acting on basis of sensor. Next is communication. How communication takes place? So whenever you will be using some internet, like suppose router, mobile phone hotspot, or even LAN cables for Ethernet connections. So you can give the credentials of the network into the programming code, because of which your sensors or your microcontrollers will be connected to Internet of Things. And at the last, if you are generating some data out of Internet of Things devices, you will be required to do analysis and processing. So there is a free cloud. The name of the cloud is ThinkSpeak. I'll share some references while leaving this particular session, so you can go through that references and you will get a clear idea what is Internet of Things. This is a general block diagram of an IoT device. Suppose if you are developing an IoT device, so this possible thing should be in the IoT device, like connectivity, processor, graphics, audio, video, memory interfaces, storage interfaces, and interfaces like SPI, I2C, CAN, and UART. So all are connected to each other, and then you can build a complete IoT device. Raspberry Pi. It's a low-cost mini computer with physical size of credit card. The operating system, like we have Windows operating system, Linux operating system. In the same way, Raspberry Pi has the operating system that is basically known as Raspbian, RASBIAN, Raspbian operating system. So this is the clear diagram what I have showed you in the using a camera. You can see. So this is the Raspberry Pi. So Raspberry Pi has USB ports, it has Ethernet port to connect to internet. You can connect a display, projector, LCD TV. You have a micro, you can give power using micro USB power. You have a SD card slot in which your operating system is there. You can connect a display connector. You can connect various sensors to the GPIO pins. You have a RCA video jack. If you want to connect any video devices, if you want to connect any audio devices, you can connect it to the audio jack. You have a status LED. Then you have a USB. You can connect pen drives. You can connect wireless. You can connect USB mouse, USB keyboards, and etc. So these are the various general purpose input output pins through which to these GPIO pins you are going to connect the sensors. See, like this, we are going to write a program. So this is a sample program of how you can use to build a simple program that is interfacing a LED. How to switch on and off a LED. These are the other devices like microcontrollers, that is PCDuino, Eagle Bone Black, QB board. So I'll show a simple project that even I have developed on my own. So I'll share the screen. So myself and Professor Y.S. Deshmukh sir, we have developed this project using IoT. So can you see in our institution, that is Sanjuni Group of Institutes, there is a project that is water level management system. So you can see this is staff quarter. So the current water in the staff quarter tank is how much? 75%. And this is RO tank, which is the capacity of 1 lakh liter. Current water level of that particular tank is how much? 25%. This is our personal domain. We have developed this project. You can see our names written here. So we have developed this project in which the water level of a particular tank can be monitored. You can access this. Even you can open this website, scoeit.in. I'll share the URL name in the chat so that it will be easy for you to understand. See, I have shared a link. When you go on that particular link, you will be able to understand how you will be dealing with the projects, how you will be developing some of the IoT projects. So is my voice clearly audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah. So you can go on this particular website and you can see this is one of the sample IoT project that we have developed. So like this, we have developed much more projects to monitor the air and quality, water quality index in the atmosphere. Then we have developed a smart car, a small module through your hand. So if I'll do my hand, if my hand is like this, if I'll turn it like this, the car will turn like this. If I'll turn like this, the car will turn like this. So I have a hand device that I can stick to my hand, and then I can, using my hand position, I can turn the wheelchair. One more project is like a smart blind stick. So if a person is blind, so we are developing a smart blind stick. So person can hold the stick. If any obstacle will come in front of that particular blind person, you will be able to track the object, and the alarm will raise that there is some object in front of the blind person. So like this, some smart applications you can develop. You can, and it's very easy. The cost of development is also very less. You will get a Raspberry Pi in only 3,500. You're buying a computer in 20, 25, 50,000 rupees laptop. You can buy a Raspberry Pi, you can take a USB keyboard and mouse, and you can take a projector. In 10,000 rupees, you will get a complete computer, and you can carry it at anywhere because it is a credit card size mini computer. And you can connect anything to a particular Raspberry Pi mini computer. So this is a powerful concept of Internet of Things, because of which how to develop smart things, how to develop smart objects, how to develop smart things. You can develop all these using the subject that is Internet of Things. So I think I'm very much clear that what we will be studying in future in web development, and also we will be studying something more interesting and exciting in the case of Internet of Things. So I'll be showing you some live demonstration, live hands-on in case of Internet of Things, and even Dr. Yogesh Deshmukh, he'll be showing you some real-time lab experiments so that you can be able to develop some good websites and also some good projects using web development. So from my side, I'm finished with my topic. If you have any suggestions, I request the participants to kindly post on the chat. For next 10 minutes, we'll be having question and answer sessions.
Sir, could you please give the demo of s2intern.com, how people can use the s2intern.com?
Okay, so now I'm just going to give a short demonstration for your internship and all the projects you can complete with us. And also I'm requesting Nikhil sir, you can share the link of your site too in chat section so I can include. We are going to share our website for your demo and demonstration process. Yeah, am I audible to all?
Yes, sir.
So this is our site. I'm going to open. So this is our site. If you have any kind of queries or confusion or any kind of question, you can use this link for inquiry. Additionally, this is our end-to-end site for from campus to corporate. And here you can register yourself as a student. We are also giving the chance to all the trainers to partnership with us, and they can use this link for trainer purpose. I'm going to show you the link. This is for student. What you have to do, you have to register yourself first as I'm filling it here for dummy purpose. So it shows the message, thank you for registering. Your registration has been completed successfully. So after that, we have to log in it. So you have to fill all the basic details. Yep. Then you have to add your qualifications as like I'm adding here. And then you have to add again your qualifications. You have to add minimum 2 qualifications for proceed or at next stage. Then you have to upload your photo as well as your profile image and as well as your resume or CV too. So I'm going to upload here. For the profile image, I'm going to select any dummy. And then here you have to select what is your interested field. As for CS, CSE, IT and software, and choosing it as we have Angular, React.js, Next.js, Vue.js, .NET, Node.js, and all the other kinds of. You can see a number of varieties here, and we are involved into training, development, live projects, and all the other things. You can see here. So I'm going to choose Angular, and we have to proceed for next. And so this is your task list. Here you can find what are the tasks assigned to you. This is your task status as well as task progress, what it is, idea and suggestion. If you have to give some idea and some suggestions, you can to give. If you have to upload any kind of documents, you can upload it. Comment and communication, we are believing into open box suggestions and two-way communication. So if you have any kind of suggestions or improvements for us, you too can give. Also, this is your subscription status. Additionally, we are also involved into a helping hand for you to searching for your job too. So this is the link. where you can apply for your job too, and that is our additional next project, which is for nowrojan.com. And this is a final project submission where you have to submit all the final documents regarding your certificate. Additionally, this is an awards and certifications too. So if you have any kind of outstanding performance or efforts, so we are also going to recognize. So you can find it all. So this is all from our side. This is the dashboard. This is our complete website. You can check it. We are also into video training, expert teacher, and versatile courses we have. And why? What is the advantages of student? You can check it. Also, we have unpopular courses here. You can check it. This is the category. This is our online certification courses, which will play a lead role into your development, reskilling yourself or upskilling yourself. This is our resume builder job partner, which is for resume motion. Additionally, we have going to launch our largest portal in this world for psychometrics, and which is brought up to you by sudakshita.com. And after that, we have our educational partner Vidyapun. We have our research partner anusram.com, and we have our training partner Prayug. Additionally, very soon you are going to hear this name with a competitor of Naukri.com. Yes, I am very assured you are going to hear this name nowrojan.com for the competitor or the parallel of Naukri. So this is all from our side. Thank you for joining this session. Right now I'm going to stop this screen share. On the behalf of Stu Valley Technology Private Limited, I'm thankful to all of you to joining this session. You all guys are such a wonderful audience. Without your cooperation, we are not going to conduct this session in a smooth manner. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you have any kind of query or doubt, there is already a site or contact means in your chat section. You can use this. So thank you so much for joining. Have a good day.